You gotta let people show you who they are. And you gotta let people tell you who they are in your life. Not who you want them to be. Not who you assume that they are, but who they actually are. And if you're not willing to let them be who they are in your life, then you're going to be hurting yourself. You're going to be letting yourself down and disappointing yourself, trying to make this person out to be something that they are not. See, and a lot of times in life, every time in life, the person is showing us who they are to us. They're showing us who they are, but do we allow ourselves to accept that? And do we put them in the proper category in our life? For instance, if somebody's showing you that they're your enemy, why do you insist on trying to make them to be something other than your enemy, like your friend? If they're your enemy, why don't you just accept that? Why do you try to force them into another category in your world or in your life? And it's usually because of something that you have not found inside of yourself. So you're trying to find other people in life to fill these voids in your life that you have. Instead of going with the flow of life and allowing people to come into your life and go out of your life, come and go. You try to force it. You try to make it something that it's not. So a lot of people exist in relationships today that are not real relationships. A lot of people are in so-called marriages today that are not really truly marriages. A lot of people are in friendships that are not truly friendships. And you know it within yourself today. But are you accepting it? Are you accepting what you're looking at? So someone who says that, you don't love me, you're wasting your time if you try to love me. Do you believe them when they're saying that to you? Or do you just say, I can love you. I'm going to prove to you that I can be the one that'll love you. Are you accepting it when that person says, hey, don't even try to love me. Don't do that. Don't do that. I ain't lovable. Are you accepting that? And like I say, are you admitting to yourself when people are coming to your life that are destroying your life, that are actually bringing your life down? Are you allowing yourself to accept that and put that person in that category and say, okay, this person is my enemy? I know that I would like them to be my friend. I know that they have said to me that they're my friend, but their actions are actually showing me that they're not a friend. They are a foe. So how many of you are going to stand on your truth today? See, because as long as you're not standing in your own truth, then you can be manipulated and tricked by other people. So you mean to tell me that there's not a strategy where a person will come into your life and act like they're your friend when meanwhile they're your enemy? That there are people that are sent to you under the guise of being friends, or being a follower of yours, or a acquaintance of yours. I mean, didn't the master already teach us this, that there was a betrayer in his midst? And that though he extended his teaching, his love, his grace to that man still betrayed him. And he knew that he was going to betray him, and he told him, hey man, go do what you got to do, bro. One of y'all going to betray me at this table. See, he already knew, guys. But he didn't let that affect his stance and what he was going to do with his life. He observed it. He acknowledged that. He said, okay, this person is going to betray me, but he's going to betray me so that all can be fulfilled. You see? So what about your circles today? I mean, I know you all got somebody in your life right now that you're on the fence about cutting off. And we knew about the great division, the sword of division that's going to come through the earth, not peace, but division. You see? Because there's a war, guys. There is a war going on here. So you have to observe and you have to comprehend what you're looking at, especially when you're looking at people that have come into your life. But what are they here for? What have they told me and what are their actions showing me? And then it's up to you to decide if you're willing to go along with that and give in to that, or to make the necessary changes and cut people out of your life. Everybody's so afraid of cutting people out of their life. You think that makes you a bad person when you have to put space between you and someone else because they've shown you who they are. But it's up to you today. See, it's not up to that other person to tell you, hey, I'm your enemy. I'm going to hurt you. No, you're not. I'm gonna be able to change you into a good person. As long as you're doing that, you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. In all of you relationships, I especially see this with my sisters. See, a lot of y'all are trying to do that. You're trying to control your relationship that you're in. For obvious reasons. I mean, it's all about protecting yourself, see? But when you have perfect love, then it casts out all the fear of you being hurt or being manipulated or betrayed or backstabbed. That's what the master was teaching us all. You have to be you. You can't not be you because somebody else is being who they are going to be. You just have to comprehend that and make the chess moves necessary for your life. So if you're with someone today and they're not loving you and you're saying, why won't you just love me? Why won't you just love me? Maybe they're not going to love you. See? Maybe that's not part of the plan. Maybe that's not why they're in your life. Maybe they're not in your life to love you. Maybe they're in your life to show you just how much you're not loving yourself. See, because your life is about you ascending. Let each man work out his salvation with fear and trembling. You see? Each one of us have to work that out with the Most High. You can't work it out for somebody else. They got to work it out themselves. And say, this is why my messages are directed at you. You see? And you learning how to make the changes within yourself. You learning how to love yourself today. That way you won't walk out here with that lack. See, because we want to make it to where you're never lacking again. Once you have the truth. You see? See, something used to happen to you and it would hurt you. And then because that thing would hurt you, you would then lash out at the person who hurt you. That's the nature of the person who doesn't have the knowledge, that doesn't have wisdom. That's why you see children, they have a toy, another child grabs that toy. Give me that toy back. Hey, just 5 minutes ago, you didn't want it. Now all of a sudden you're ready to fight over it. See, it's just a child's mindset. But as you become an adult, you come out of that child's way of thinking, knowing that there is great abundance. See, there's a great abundance of love. It's because you don't believe that. It's a great abundance to you at all times in the name of I am. And whenever you feel like you are lacking something, which is a lie, then you affirm that I am to yourself. So you don't need anyone else to come and say you are when you're saying I am. If you all have ears to hear, then you're hearing what I'm saying right now. You don't need someone to affirm when you are affirming, when you are self-affirming. You don't need someone to love you when you're self-loving. You don't need someone to be kind to you when you're being kind to yourself. When you've learned how to do this for yourself on a daily basis, then when those other people that bring those lies into your life come with those lies, you can simply just walk away. You don't have to lash back like you used to. You don't have to fight with those carnal weapons, because we don't fight with carnal weapons, we fight with spiritual weapons. You see? Our weapons are not carnal. So we fight with spiritual weapons. And if you're not a spiritual being, then go back to your carnal weapons and see how far they get you. But if you're a spiritual being today and you want to know how to fight this spiritual battle and be effective, then you have to put on that armor. If you don't know what righteousness is, then how can you put on the breastplate of righteousness? If you don't know what it is. What is righteousness? Righteousness is right thinking. So when the world brings its lies to you, its storms, its wind, and its waves while you're on the ship, will you be the one to say, peace be still? Or will you be the one that says, I'm going to die tonight? I'm going to die out here. What will be your words? You see? Because that's what's happening in this life. There are storms all around us. Coronavirus, wear your mask, social distancing, storms, wars, rumors of wars, race wars, enmity, fighting, strife, poverty, housing crises, economic fall, lies, deceptions. Liars, deceivers, slanderers, deceitful people, people that come in subtly to destroy. All of these storms are around you on a daily basis. Do you believe those storms when they come? And do you say, oh my God, I'm going to die? That proves the people that are in your life. What are they bringing into it? Are they uplifting? You should know a tree by its fruit. Are they uplifting your life? Or are you spending your life trying to uplift them? Don't you know that you can't lift anyone else up? They have to lift themselves up. All you can do is show them. See, because we all have free will. We're all choosing in the now. And every moment is right now. There is no such thing as time. There's only right now. The present tense. I am. Not I was. Not I'm going to. But I am. And when you step into the I amness of that living, which is the source, his name is I am. When you step into that name, now you've come into truth. You've come into no time. You see? And through a series of events, those things that you affirm will come to fruition. So what are people in your life affirming to you about you? Are they affirming to you that you are a lost cause, that you are stupid, weak, destroyed? Or are they affirming to you your truth? That you are a valuable person. That you are a loved person. That you are a healthy person. Are they affirming those things to you, or are they affirming lies? Then that way there's no more tricking, there's no more being deceived, there's no more being tricked by anybody around you in your life that's saying that they're in your life because they're trying to do something good for you. See, you're not listening to your consciences anymore. What does it say? It says that your conscience is seared like a hot iron. It's burned away. You have become disconnected from it. You're tethered to the source, which is your conscience. See, because when you're in intimate connection with your conscience, then you don't have to have anybody tell you what you're doing on a daily basis in each moment of the now that you're living in. You don't need to feel guilt or regret. When you're speaking that name, I am, in its truth. And so those that are coming to your life